5 E's. What is the 5 E's? Engage, explore, explain, elaborate, evaluate. So like I told you, the golden rule is allow the children to discover first, then explain. Explore, then explain. Let the children discover, then you explain. That means you have to give the child the opportunity to discover. So let's see, how do we engage the child? So first of all, what is the purpose of engaging a child? Why should we engage a child? What is the purpose?
To make them understand whatever.
It's to catch their attention. Else you will do an awesome job, but it will be like speaking to the wall. We will see this. It's very normal in preschools. You will give your best, but children are not, they don't engage. They are not connected with you. So you have to catch the attention. You have to make them very curious and make them want to learn. That is the purpose. You have to bring in that spirit to make them want to learn. And when we look at the science behind this or the psychology behind this, children will learn the best when they feel safe. So if you're going to raise your voice or you're going to do something which makes it look very difficult or big, the child will feel unsafe. Okay? So very important is to make the child feel safe. They are excited and they are very curious. So when they are excited, curious, and they feel safe, they learn the best. So remember, if this base engagement is not there, the other steps are not there. So suppose you have to teach properties of water. Yes? Children, today I'm going to teach properties of water. So the little child is thinking, proper, what does this ma'am tell? It's a big term. They are not able to understand the meaning of it. So there only the engagement is lost. Instead, okay, bring the bottle, shake the bottle, and see. Something magical is inside. Something magical is inside. So your expression, your facial expression, your voice modulation, everything has to change. And you have a prop, a real bottle. Shake it. Some magic inside. Can you guess? Yes? So they may guess. They may come with lot of things. They may say sound is coming, ma'am. There is, like you told, there is water bubbles inside. Anything the child may say. Getting it? The child may say anything, but you acknowledge it. Wow, that's a wonderful answer. Good girl, bad girl. No, again, we're not going to point out to the child. The response was good. The response was, we're not going to comment. Okay, that was a good response. Any kind of thinking is good. You're making them think for themselves. That is the best thing a teacher can do. That's called critical thinking. Making the child think for itself is very important. Okay, next we will go on to the next one. Now, how I'm going to engage the child further. So first part I said, okay, there's some magic inside. And then you got the answers immediately. Okay, you're going to say, shall we play with it today? The child is very happy. Children love to play with water. Shall we touch it today? They have touched water. But have they touched the water in your bottle? No. They will like to touch it. Shall we touch it? We will see whether it is soft or hard. Soft or hard. Correct? You will ask, you will not tell. Remember, okay? You will only ask questions. You are not going to give the answers. Yes, when you ask the right questions, it engages them. Asking the right questions is very important. So beautiful. We finished the first part. Now children are like, there's something beautiful. There's some magic inside. Then they tell what magic it is. Then you're going to ask some, follow-up questions. Can we touch it? Is it soft or hard? You're just going to ask. You're not going to tell. Next, allow the child to experience. Yes, that will help them to understand it naturally. Remember, every time doing is equal to learning. When we do it, it is equal to learning. You will talk less, children will do more. You can even pour that water, make them touch it. How does it feel? They may give some different names. Yes? Whether it's soft or hard, they try to touch it. They try to explore it. What are you going to give? You are going to give water, a container to pour it, try pouring, or you can give them water, each one a glass of water, ask them to pour it. Okay, try pouring. You're going to tell them. Some children may not know the word pouring also. Pouring, try pouring. Okay, what is your role as a teacher? You're going to observe, you're going to encourage, you are going to guide, not lecture. Now, very important. These questions are very important. What did you see? Try again. They may say it fell down, some sound came, anything the child may say. Correct? Sometimes you will be astonished. You have never even thought in that angle. But the child thinks. Okay? So, no correcting, you're only going to guide. You're only going to guide. Yes, this is exploring. What did we do in exploring? We gave them the materials, we asked them to do the activity, and we observed. And we asked them what happened. Every child will answer. So, if you take a group of children, some children may answer fast. This child who's answering will actually, make the other child also answer. Some children are shy. So, for children, what do? I'm going to mirror their body language. So, for a child, okay, I'm going to say, hey, what did you notice? This child will not answer. Are you getting it? Your body language also should mirror. That's the beauty of, that's only child psychology. So you go there, in a very shy way, what did you observe? Just look at me. You're going to go like this, look into the child's eye and say, what did you observe? In her way of speaking only. The child will come out. Okay? Children do have answers. Now we are going to explain. So what are you explaining? You're going to put their learning into words. You're going to introduce them to simple concepts. Now, understand when you're explaining, child will grasp it. Why? They have experienced it. The child will grasp it because the child has experienced it. Getting it? Beautiful? Yes? Now, the child has, you have engaged the child. You allow the child to explore. Whatever they've explored, you're just putting them into words. Okay? So, explain only what they explored. Getting it? Explain only what they've explored. So, they will say, ma'am, it became flat. It was in the bottle. Now it is in the container. Yes? Oh, water change shape. Water takes shape of the container. Yes? Some child may say, ma'am, if it was a blue bottle and they poured it into a white container, it was blue inside, it is white here. You can see the thing. That means water has no color. You are able to see through. It has no color. Whatever they have seen, you are explaining. You are not over-explaining. Getting it? So what did we do? We put their experience into words. That's the beauty. Okay? So simple words, you will repeat. And you will use your actions and gestures. Very important. If I'm going to talk like this, okay, children, so you pour it into this container, or you can also give them 3 containers, and they see that it changes the shape. Okay, so you saw the shape changed. No. Okay, you are going to, you're going to be enthusiastic. It's like you are seeing it the first time. That should be the way you are going to see. And it's like, okay, water is colorless. There is no color. Look at my hands. No color. It takes the shape of the container. You're going to use your actions. Very important to use your actions and gestures. So your magical teaching pattern is show, ask, tell, repeat. Show. You showed. You're asking questions. They're telling you the answers. You're going to put words to whatever they told. Okay? And you're going to repeat. So you will ask, is this red? Is this blue? So child may say inside it was blue, ma'am. In the bottle here it is no. So you will ask, is the water red? Is the water blue? Child will say no. Say water has no color. Water has no color. Next comes your fourth one, where you're going to elaborate, you're going to make it. Now you're going to bring the real life connection. Okay, you're going to make the learning very, very meaningful. Whenever children connected with real life, they learn the best. If they see no purpose in their learning, they do not learn. That's why children don't like to play with toys. They like to play with your kitchen items. Or they like to play with things that they see there is a purpose. Correct? So they have to connect learning to life. So what questions can you ask? Where do you see water? Do you drink water? What happens if plants don't get water? Yes? Getting it? So these are going to be some kinds of follow-up questions that you can ask. Yes? So this is very, very important. So what happens is you are understanding the child. The child is connecting with you. Very important. Teaching is only going to give whatever you know to the child. But when you guide the child in this pattern, you are developing critical thinking in the child. You're allowing the child to think for itself. Okay? You can also make it a fun way. Okay? You can show objects. You can ask, clap if water has no colors. So they will think water has color or water doesn't have any color. Are you getting it? Instead of saying, children, water have color, who says yes? Who says no? Clap. If water has no color, clap. So just making them do some activity, maybe a fun activity. Ask quick questions. Use actions. Okay? Show me flowing. How did you pour water? Show me with your hands. They will show. They will show. This way you will understand they've understood the meaning of pouring. So whenever you are assessing the child, the last step was evaluate. You're going to evaluate without any pressure. Okay? So first excite, let them try, then you will explain, then elaborate, then check. Connect it. Elaborate means you're connecting it with real life. Okay? So now we have to go to the next level. We started with what the child knows. We did the 5 E's. Now we've got to take the child to the next level of learning. Okay? Now we have played with water. Shall we talk about what we saw? Yes? So come, let's see. Okay? And you are going to be very enthusiastic. You're going to have that energy. You have to feel yourself. You have to be very empathetic. Means you have to be in their shoes. Okay? So now you can also show them, let's pour without spilling. You're going to pour it carefully. Yes? So that way they learn how to do the activity also properly. And when we talk about young children, they are working on their fine motor skills, hand-eye coordination. All of this also happens. Okay? I want you to know one thing. A child will learn well. A child will learn well by not selecting the lesson actually. They're selecting a teacher. So your teacher, you have to make the child want to learn. Yes, they will have sensitive periods where they are showing what they want, but they're selecting a teacher. So what kind of teacher? You must have that warmth, energy, clarity, clear connection. So what are you doing? You're not teaching water. You're making them experience water. Yes? So that is real understanding. So rather than what I can give, what more you can give, whatever concept you're teaching, how clearly you teach is very important. And remember, at a young age, children explore through their senses. Sensory learning is very important. So they should do and learn. Okay? So this way, and later if suppose they've only watched the color, then you can give them 3 different containers. Ask them to pour. Ask them, is the shape the same? They may say, ma'am, it's like this. It's like this. Here it's like this. Correct? Oh, so whichever container we pour, it takes the shape. Water takes the shape of the container. Correct? So like this, then you can ask them to smell water. Does it have any smell? Water has no smell. It's colorless. Then you ask them to drink. You will ask them, is it sweet? Is it sour? Is it bitter? Okay. So before that, they should know all this. You should have done an activity for them to know what is sweet, sour, bitter, and all of that. But given the less time, for the sake of an interview, you will ask them, what taste is it? You will not be able to say any taste. Correct? That means it has no taste. It is tasteless. No taste. So now when I'm telling, if I say, oh, children, so it is not, it has no taste. If I say, they don't answer. But when I say, oh, it is tasteless, that means it is no taste. Getting it? You have actions, voice modulation, and expression. Everything matters. Simple, easy. Then you can ask them once, maybe after 1 or 2 days, they will, once they finished, then you can tell them, you can take your container of, you can shake it. Then you can do this activity after 2-3 days. Why when I shake it, you saw bubbles? Because there is air. Okay, there is air in it. And after some time, the air goes off inside water. And we cannot see. It gets dissolved. It gets dissolved. So what I'm doing, I'm repeating the new word. Okay, depends on the age. You can do that with a 5-year-old or a 4.5-year-old who is able to speak well. But if we try to teach this concept of dissolve to a 3-year-old, it is not easy. Okay. Then later you can ask them, fishes swim in water because there is air. Correct? Some intelligent children may say oxygen. Wow, that's awesome. Oxygen is there in air. Yeah.